thank you so much for tuning in and clicking on this video. It's the latest on trend with your girl, Abby.
Sarah Garvey versus Just Pearly Things. Very, very interesting, very controversial people. Two individuals who built their platform on controversy and worked together. And very interestingly, recently, Sarah Garvey exposed Just Pearly Things. Why? Nobody really knows, because like I said, they work together. Suddenly he comes online and he basically exposes her. He does a whole video about it, and what he is saying is that he spent time educating Just Pearly Things on a number of things to do with racism and etc. However, she went on and did an interview with Nick Fuentes, who is, guys, he's so controversial that he has been banned off everything. Like, he's banned from Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, everything. Think like whatever platform, he's banned. Okay, he is known as an American white supremacist. He is a political commentator. Her sitting down with him was a very big thing. So Sarah decided to go online and he began to talk about his relationship with Just Pearly Things, how they started. He spoke about contracts, he spoke about other people that are contracted to her, he spoke about just weird, humiliation parties that she would have, and he's going in deep. Okay, he is pulling out whatever stocks he can pull out. And recently he put out on his social media that Pearl decided to copyright strike his YouTube channel, his videos, and which is quite interesting and quite petty, because it's kind of like, well, imagine if we work together when things are cool, then when things are not cool, you go and copyright the videos that I'm in. Like, I think that's pretty petty. But at this point, I think they're both just going below the belt. I don't think that he's being very honest about the reasoning as to why he's going down this route. Bearing in mind, people, that they were working together not last year, just a few weeks ago. Okay, like just a few weeks ago. I don't know how they film what they film, but this was very recent that they were working together. So my thing is this: I think this is all very strange, weird, and can definitely have been handled a different way. I don't know why Sarah decided to go down this route. I don't know. A lot of people are saying that he's not been given his check, he's not been given his money. I don't know what it is, but maybe it would be a good idea for him to come online and actually say what the truth is, like what the problem is. That's not to say that I'm taking Pearl's side. It's just very interesting that a few weeks ago, or very recent, there was a particular girl that came out. I can't remember her name. This black girl that's on her show. And she was there when she did an interview with Andrew Tate. If I can think of her name, I'll put it up. And she came out on her social media and she was basically saying how Pearly was so rude to her, and she was doing this, and she was going crazy. Like, she was just like slandering her, bearing in mind that she was still in Pearl's house or whatever, her studio area. So Sarah came online now and he was just basically dragging the guy. He was like, how are you going to talk about somebody when you're in their house? How are you going to be doing this when they're basically feeding you? Like, I'm just adding a bit of spice on top, yeah? But he's like, how are you going to be doing that to somebody when you're in their house? If you don't know how to conduct yourself, if you don't know how to handle conversation, then you shouldn't be on the platforms, blah, 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 blah. But now, a couple of weeks or a month later, or whatever the timeline is, you're now trying to expose Just Pearly Things. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, so what happened? And on top of that, he's making what he's doing is he's compiling little bits of what Pearl has said, how she's acted, you know, when it comes to like either racism or what she's in support of. Like, for example, she interviewed Nick Fernandez, and he put a clip of her saying that slave owners are real men. But you sat down with her in a video, and after the video, why didn't you check her there and then? Like, that same energy that you have now, why didn't you check her there and then? Or why don't you cut ties there and then? Like, why is it like now you're having some kind of battle with her? You now want to be compiling these bits and then putting them together. Like, the hypocrisy for me, inconsistencies, is what's making it difficult. It's what's bringing the confusion. Like, if you must have known that Pearl was the way that she was. You've been working with her for a very, very long time. It becomes very difficult when people are one way when things are good, and as soon as things go bad, you now want to start dragging and exposing the person. This is causing a lot of division and controversy online, because he's talking about, you know, other people that are contracted to her. Like, he's trying to it's almost like he's trying to build a case against her. But you was an insider, you worked with her, you tolerated it, you turned a blind eye to a lot of these things. And then he's recently putting online how this situation has revealed how divided black people are. Black people are not divided for anything. Black people are divided with this situation, and it's not even a black and white thing. It's not a race situation. People are divided because you was an insider. People are divided because they don't understand or cannot comprehend how you worked with her yesterday, and today you're exposing her. It's got nothing to do with race. You subscribed to her, you endorsed her content just last year. So if you feel like you try to educate this woman about all of these issues, educate her about slavery, educate her about, you know, so many different things, then you didn't just see it now. Like, everything that you are exposing to us, you didn't just see it today. You've been seeing it. But what did you do within that time that time frame? You still collected, bro. You collected money. You still worked with her. You still endorsed her. And so this is what is causing the division. Like, I'm really struggling to understand. I feel like, you know, even the people that were on the show that complained, like the example that I gave of that lady, you shut them down. You shut them down and you sided with Pearl. And so it makes it very difficult to side with you. And it's not, I don't even think it should be a matter of siding with anybody. It should just be a matter of what is the truth and what is right. Like, if you do not subscribe to somebody's content, then how can you even work with them for as long as you did? So what is it? Is it that you didn't get your paycheck? Is it that she cut your paycheck? Is it so and so? Like, what is it? What do you gain from even talking about what other people are earning, or even talking about the percentages that all these other content creators are probably getting, or how she is treating? If they want to be working with her and getting the bare minimum, then that's on them. Like, why do you have to now come and try and bring them into it? It just doesn't make sense, guys. It just doesn't make sense. All in all, like I said, there's a lot of things that she's done that she's, you know, it's very interesting when it comes to you know, content creators, and how, you know, it's always either black people or non-black people who love to monetize off of black culture. But black people always subscribe to that. Black people always subscribe to it, but then they complain. But it's like, do you even support the black content creators who are trying to keep it, who are trying to keep it real, who are trying to keep it within the remit, who are actually trying to push and actually, you know, elevate black culture and black content? We don't support it as much. Someone else who is non-black comes in and eats off the black culture, eats off black people, make black people work for next to nothing. We subscribe to the channel. So, like, when it comes to these discussions, I'm literally like, we cannot complain or solve or fix anything that we ourselves endorse. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The day we decide as black people to start really supporting one another, then that's the day we're going to start winning. Otherwise, we should just keep quiet. We shouldn't be complaining, because at the end of the day, you can't come online and start being like, oh, this is how black people are divided. Why? Because they're not subscribing to what you're doing. Because it seemed like you're being bitter. It seems like you're being foolish, because just 2 days ago you was working with her. So at the end of the day, if you want black people to start sticking together and being together, then how can you subscribe to the opposite? How can you endorse the opposite? It doesn't make sense. So with that being said, I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on this whole situation, but it's just a little bit wild. I think they're both foolish. I think it's stupid for Pearl to be giving him strikes, or whoever is in her team to be giving him strikes, meaning that they're really trying to take down his channel. You're trying to take off you're trying to take bread off his table. That's very petty. So there's obviously something it's an insider thing. Do you get what I mean? Something has happened and they both know how to hurt each other, and they're just going at it. Whatever it is, they're going for it. They're just at it. Do you get what I mean? So do it between yourselves. Don't be involving people. Don't try and drag people into your mess, because it's a mess. It's a mess because you literally just worked together just yesterday. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'll speak to you guys in my next video. By the way, if you do not see me on here, you will see me on the Shade Bar. So make sure that you subscribe to the Shade Bar, because I'm there like every week. I'm there. So if you don't see me here, guys, then head over to the Shade Bar. You'll see me there. If you don't see me there, then you will see me here. But I'm still in the space, so do continue to support me, because we need to be getting to that 10k, baby. Okay, thank you for tuning in, guys. I'll speak to you guys in my next video. Don't forget to hit your notification bell so that you guys are notified whenever I post.